What's the definition of emotional intelligence, gentlemen?
It is your ability to understand your own
What's the
emotions.
definition of emotional intelligence, gentlemen? All right, that was the repeat.
I think
Sorry.
John brought it up.
What is that definition?
I know you put it on Skype.
Here it is. Can you see my screen? The
Yeah.
capacity to be self-aware of, control, and express one's emotions, and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Emotional intelligence is the key to both personal and professional success. How about that?
It's a good one.
Do you think we need to use emotional intelligence when we're selling people? Do you think guts is about emotional intelligence?
Yes.
Who comes first in the gut sales method? What is the one thing I always say? Who comes first, the prospect or the salesperson? This is totally convoluted from any other sales system out there.
The salesperson.
Why? Why? How dare we? Everybody, Zig Ziglar, everybody said, give the secret, that little book, give the prospect, give them everything they want, and then they'll eventually return that favor to you. Right? That always happens, right?
No.
It didn't happen to me. I'm sorry. Maybe it was just me. I gave and gave, and they kept asking and asking and asking. Have you spoken to these people who keep asking all the time? And you keep giving and I'll get you the contract. Oh yes, I'll do the research for you. Oh yes, I can call you back next Friday at 10:30. Don't worry, I'll change my whole life around. Then they go on witness protection program. Then you keep chasing them and chasing them. What happens when you give and give some more because they keep asking? What happens?
You get tired of giving.
You get tired. You get frustrated. I get frustrated. I get impatient. I do. Claude said, you do? She knows. I don't wait on lines. I don't wait on. I see a line. I'm bye-bye, another restaurant. Yeah. Yeah. I've been trying to get to the Apple store twice already. You have to have an appointment to get into the Apple store. Is that how nuts? I know, listen, I'm all about protection and wearing masks and I'm all about that social distance thing. But you're telling me I can't go into your store to look at the new Apple iPhone without an appointment. And then if I want to make an appointment, I've got to wait 45 minutes. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
No patience. Whatever, how do you buy something spontaneously? How you doing, Amir?
How you doing, guys?
Good to see you, buddy.
I
Good.
just went yesterday to the Apple store and I had the same problem. I want to buy a new 2 phones and they let me wait. I said, fuck it. I went to another store. I went to Verizon.
Exactly. We've got to get back to capitalism. Okay. I want that prospect right now to buy my product, my refrigerator, my computer, my ice cream cone right away. If I make it too much of a hassle, what do people like Amir and Claude do?
Walk away.
We walk away.
Bye-bye.
We walk away. You know how fast I leave car dealerships? You know what's crazy? Do you ever go into a car dealership and just the opposite? No one talks to you?
Yep.
Yeah.
How nuts is that?
Yeah.
I end up leaving after about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just a car dealership, restaurant.
Oh, restaurant. Hey, I'll yell out, hey, am I invisible? Hello. I'll take the napkin and wave it. I surrender. What do I need to do to get food?
I'll teach you my trick when there is busy restaurant, but you need to have guts for that. It's not nice.
I'm not in the business I don't want to make friends. I just want
I
food.
drop a glass on the floor.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That will get the attention.
Whenever you go to a restaurant, always make sure you have cash with you. Because if you have to leave, you could just throw some cash down on the table and say bye-bye. Listen, did you ever get a situation where you couldn't get someone to take your check? You want to pay for the damn thing and you can't get anybody? In my phone here, Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's in my phone here. I always have cash. Just in case I want to get out of a place fast and I don't want to screw around, I can throw money on the table and get out. Absolutely. How does Felipe, go ahead. You're dying to say something.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you have enough money to solve a problem, then you don't have a problem. That's it. It's that simple.
Exactly.
What is it? Gordon Gekko in Wall Street One. What did he say? He says
Greed is good, baby. Greed is good.
greed is good. And he also said to have enough money to never be inconvenienced.
I like that.
Why does Grant Cardone make that big deal about that jet that he shares with other people? Why does he, a lot of his videos show him and his wife in the private jet or him standing in front. You go to his webpage. Why does he make such a big deal about that private jet?
Show off.
He doesn't have to ask to go anywhere, really.
Yep. He has his own Southwest Airlines. Okay. He can go where he wants, do what he wants. Also, in terms of marketing, why does he show off that jet?
Because people judge a book by its cover,
Mhm.
and success, you know, it leaves clues, and it can be the car you drive, what you wear.
It's another
jet,
kind
all
of
that.
social proof.
Yes.
I heard a guy once, this is going back, God, 27, 28 years. There was a speaker at a very big real estate club, a really big speaker. And when he left, I stayed real late and he left and he went to the parking lot. Now, Lou, you know where this is. It's the Scottish Rite Center, the huge parking lot. And I saw him get into a really old car, not an antique or something like that, just an 8-9-year-old car. And I said, this guy's been talking for an hour and a half about how much money he makes and everything. And he's driving this old piece of shit. Am I being too judgmental?
No.
I like my city car, Claude. I don't know.
Maybe.
I just think if a guy's, success, my mentor used to always say success and failure leave clues. People make judgments on you. When you see somebody, okay, and on the street and they're dressed badly, for instance, or something like that, they need a haircut. Do you make an instant judgment on that person?
Sure.
Yes. Is that just human nature? I know we don't want to deal with human nature and all the things, but are we judgmental people?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. We're all judgmental to a certain degree. Doesn't mean it's not negative. It's just human nature, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. What do we want to talk about today, guys? Now that we have this good long lead in here, this is your time. I like to talk about sales. You know me.
I know you do.
I like to talk about talking to people and making money. That's all I want. If I can just talk to a few people every day, make offers every day, that's all I need. Imagine having that superpower. Let's talk about that.
It will set you free.
What's freedom? What's your idea of freedom, John Kruk?
My idea of freedom, basically, like you were saying earlier, being able to do and have when you want to do it, and be able to help out where it's needed, and not be held down by, say, a job or something along that nature.
Lou, what's your definition of freedom?
Well,
What's the dream?
that's a good one. Well, the dream is to, again, be able to do what you want when you want,
What would you like to do? If you won the lottery, you got $20 million.
Travel the world,
You've traveled the world. Everything's over. You've been to Afghanistan. All right. You've been everywhere.
right.
I don't know if you want to go to Afghanistan. But
Well, doing the things I like, learning something new. One of the things I want to do is I want to do, what do you call it? Foiling, surfing, kite surfing.
oh,
I want to try that.
so you've got a bucket list.
Yeah.
You got all those things on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Good for you. You can actually do that in San Diego, can't you? Kite skiing?
You can. I think that we need to have a neoprene suit. But again, see, that costs money. You got to buy the board, you got to buy the sail, you got to buy and I don't want to be inconvenienced like Felipe said. There you go. So you were asking me about the definition of freedom, to be able to do those things without even having to worry about money.
Yeah. Amir? What's
That's a tough one.
what's freedom for Amir?
It's very. I want to go back to Israel, but it's so hard. So my goal is to be able to live in Israel and be able to support it financially
Okay.
without working.
Okay. Felipe, how about you?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, freedom, it's to me, it's a skill set. Take everything away from me, strip me naked, and just like Claude says, give me a phone and I'll be able to, build it right back again, because I understand
Exactly.
what makes humans, decide the psychology of persuasion. And then, like, no matter how many times that happens, I'll always be able to, like, get back on top and just, do what I want, when I want, with who I want, and always have more money than month, and to be able to, like, give back to the people that deserve it, the people I love. So that to me is freedom.
Freedom to me is to just be yourself.
Be your beautiful self, Hawaiian shirts and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Felipe and I were talking before about Steve Jobs. Okay. And the thing I loved about him, this is the thing I remember about him. And he was a great speaker and everything, but he'd come on the stage in a black turtleneck, Levi jeans, and New Balance sneakers. Okay, most speakers that you see, they wear the suit and the red and the white shirt and the red tie and everything. And I always wondered, gee, maybe you love suits. I shouldn't be so judgmental. I mean, to me, I didn't like wearing, I worked for corporate America. I didn't like wearing a suit and tie every day. It was, I just never was comfortable that. I mean, once in a while is okay. Go ahead.
And that was by design, because he really believed in simplicity, but like brutal simplicity, and by removing like the dumb daily decisions, the ones like, for example, what am I going to wear or what am I going to eat, he would focus on his genius, on the creative stuff, creating new products. That's why he had the same clothes, because he was like, he had other stuff that more important to think about, like, instead of what to wear.
Exactly. Do you think Bill Gates, he's getting divorced now, he's giving his wife, he just transferred almost $2 billion in stock to her yesterday. Okay. All that money in the world. Do you think he has freedom?
Yeah.
Do you think he can walk down the street and just take a walk anywhere he wants? And
Yeah, you put it that way.
And
Yeah, maybe not.
can he just do what he wants? Do you think he's worried about his children being kidnapped all the time because he's such a famous person and he has so much money?
possible.
That would be, things like that. Is that really freedom? How do we get to that freedom? In my mind, just to share, once I learned how to overcome my fear of calling on the phone, calling properties for rent, for sale, attracting people to call me, and setting a goal to speak to a few people a day. Once I had that skill set, I became free. I could make more money in less time, so that I could go to bed without worrying or thinking about bills or money. My ultimate goal was to be debt free. That was my long-term goal. Just to not have to think about money anymore. How overwhelmed are we about financial stress, an acquisition of money and assets and things?
Very, very.
Always.
I mean, and I'm realistic about it. I don't want to live in a bad neighborhood in a one-bedroom house in I don't want to eat bad food. I want to eat healthy food. I want to have good medical care. I want my kids to go to good schools. I want my wife to drive a very safe car, a good, things like, does that make me materialistic?
No.
I mean, what's wrong with being materialistic?
Oh,
If
I
you don't,
like,
if
that's
you
a
don't want to, if you don't want to be materialistic, then just, like, I don't know, join the Peace Corps, do whatever, like do whatever you want. I mean, everybody talks about like they villainize being materialistic and having high goals, and like right now, people that are invested in success and doing better for their lives, they're pretty, villainized and be like, oh my God, these guys are like, you're bad, you're vain and all that, and it's not truth. I mean, like, if we have a skill set and we can monetize with that skill set, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
Well, Felipe, you're just a capitalist pig.
Oh yeah, damn right I am. So
that's interesting you brought that up, because there's a lot of people who feel that way right now.
but they don't dare to say it because it gets so frowned upon, and it's time that, like, I love having these live calls, because, like, I mean, one thing that it's really good about this is that we get to be like on sodium pentothal and just say the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah. The thing about it is, I had a meeting this morning. I'm a member of the Lions Club, okay? And these are people, a lot of retired people, very successful people, and all they want to do is give time and service and money back to the community. And these are successful people. These are heads of corporations. These are people who started their own insurance companies. These are doctors, lawyers. These are very successful people. And now all these capitalist, quote unquote, pigs want to give back to society. What's interesting about capitalism in that way?
That you can do that.
Is capitalism really bad if people put themselves first, take care of their family and responsibilities, but then want to give back to their favorite philanthropic or charities or service organizations?
Oh,
No.
Claudia's on a committee. How much money are you giving away in scholarships? $32,000 they're giving away, and to high school kids who had their parents had a tough year. They're going to get some money so they can go to the colleges that accepted them. And so I just think people give back. Okay, so that the knocks that capitalism is taking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on a political soapbox here, but
please do.
The people I know who are successful usually give back. They're very generous. They're not like just counting their gold all day long. Argue with me. Tell me socialism socialism or communism works better.
You need to take the money from the rich and help the poor people. You can't keep all the money to yourself.
Yeah. How much do you need to be? This is a good question. We'll get to sales. How much money do you need to be happy? How much do you need to have that freedom?
more than enough to satisfy your daily necessary needs and the ability to experience things in life.
I ask this question of people almost every day. How much money do you need per month to just be happy and everything? When I think our goal, I think people start out, you guys can argue this with me, this is subjective, but when I first started our business, Claudia was working, we had a new little baby, like a lot of you guys, little baby. I was going to law school, and I wanted to make that extra $1,000 a month. That was it. It was a lot of money to us at one time. We needed that extra 1,000 just so it wasn't hand to mouth, it wasn't month to month, more month than money and stuff like that. Always that little shortage. And that $1,000 eventually in creative real estate grew to $2,000 a month, then $5,000, then $10,000. I remember the day Claudia came to me and said, "You're making a lot of money. I'm going to stay home with the baby." You know, and
well, she was 3 by then.
Yeah, she was 3 by then. But but the thing about it is, do you think we set our goals too high? We want too much, too fast, too easy.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with setting up high goals, because it's way better to set up a high realistic goal and come a little short than setting yourself up for mediocre goals and just, not even achieving those. So
Do you think do you think though, I'm just going to take the other side. Do you think if you set an unreasonable goal and don't achieve it, or an impractical goal, you're starting from zero? I meet people like this all the time, and they want to make phenomenal. Oh, Claude, I want to make $20 million. What are you making right now? Well, I work at Chuck E. Cheese. Do you think a moderate goal and slowly building up to it while gaining skills and organizing and becoming better at your business and more emotionally secure?
that's the right approach. That's the right approach because like your mentor used to say, everybody wants to be rich, but very few are willing to pay the price. And it doesn't happen overnight. That's why there's an acronym that talks about SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound, something like that. So, if you want to get to, I don't know, if you're right now at Chuck E. Cheese and you want to make 25,000 a month, yeah, that's a great goal to have. But let's just start with an extra 500 a month, then make it an extra 1,000, and then make it an extra 2,000 until you're you get that momentum.
How do you get there? Let's go into what do you need to do? What is the plan to do it? Go ahead. Look at him. He's dying to, he's like the kid in school.
I'm so sorry. I'm that kid. I apologize for that. There's a pyramid, and it's from a very, very good book. It's called Fix This Next. Very good book. But he talks about like the very first part of the pyramid at the base, like level 1, it's sales. If you're not getting sales, you're not getting shit. You're not getting people on the door. You're not getting money coming in. You can't even think about marketing. You can't even think about operations. You can't even think about giving back to your community because you have nothing.
But
nobody's first.
But none of the gurus, none of the programs, personal achievement, walking on hot coals, none of them start off. The sales is some of them don't talk about how to sell, how to persuade at all. Nothing. Or they relegate it to a very small percentage. If it's that important, how come none of the top gurus and programs here talk about that subject? None of them. Tell me, am I wrong? You guys just tell me if I'm wrong. I can take it.
It's not sexy. It's not sexy.
It's not. I think it's very sexy. I think sales, to persuade another person to want to like you, to trust you, to want to sign a contract, to give you their hard-earned money, to persuade somebody with these great Svengali skill sets in one phone call, one call. Can you persuade somebody in one call to buy a home, sell a home, sign a contract, finance a deal, set up another appointment? Why don't they talk about this stuff? I think it's very sexy.
Yeah, we do here in Guts. We do, but for a guru, it doesn't sell too much because if you have to, like, they believe on on making people drink the Kool-Aid, and if you tell them, yeah, you're gonna have to roll up your sleeves, you're gonna have to talk to a lot of people, and you're gonna have to deal with rejection, and you're gonna have to get into a dangerous place, and you may not come alive out of it. But yeah, just for the gurus, it's better to say, like, just invest in marketing, send mailers, do this, do that, and then from some sort of magic, the deals are going to come through, and it doesn't work that way.
The jet, if you do it, you'll get a jet.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I saw this. Did you ever start a job in the company? I remember when I started in this one Fortune 500 company. I was the new guy, and this was my first suit and tie job, company car, and I busted my butt. I worked weekends, I worked nights. I signed up a lot of new accounts, a lot of new business. And they said, "How are you doing this? What are you doing? We got these old timers here and everything." And they were just sliders, we called them. How come a guy? Did you ever notice that someone who's new in a business seems to overachieve or overproduce? Do you ever see that?
Hunger. You're hungry. You come on how do I say this? You come on a clean slate. You don't have that baggage of like the bad habits that salespeople sometimes have.
I think you get into it, and it's like network marketing. what do they always do? What do all gurus, especially network marketing, all of them, do they give? Perspiration, inspiration, or motivation? What do they give?
They're heavy on the motivation.
Why is motivation more important than education?
Because it keeps the people in that trance-like state where they're going to give you money for a program for stuff that you already know what you need to do, but you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I share the pyramid on the chat, and it's pretty clear. First step at the base of all is sales, and right after sales is profit. Keeping the money you make, making sure that you're, like,
Go
you see
ahead.
right there, it's sales. Sales is the $1 million skill. You're creating cash, and then profit. You don't want to have too much fat, too much fluff in your business where you're having 10 BAs and a bunch of and you're not keeping any of your money. And then you can start thinking about systems. And like Claude and I were having a conversation. He runs a very lean operation where he has a lot of outside contractors that brings that order, like that, good attorneys, all of that. And then you see, at this point, for example, Claude, you're playing at level 4 and 5 because you're making an impact. You guys are able, when you're that successful, you can, for example, help people to go to college with $30-something thousand. You can do the Christmas toy drive that they do every year. You can do all of that because you're not struggling for money anymore. You got more money than month, and that's a beautiful place to be.
So if somebody wants to start their own business or increase their existing business or sales, instead, I think we're distracted easily by a lot of different shiny objects. Go ahead.
Talk to people.
Yeah. Talk to people in how you speak to them. Ask questions. Ask questions with redirection. Overcome stalls and objections. The thing is, can you speak to people, total strangers, without being subservient or submissive? Do you have an answer? Do you got to practice a lot? And you've got to be so that when they give you that stall or an objection, are you prepared with the most perfect answer in the world? What's a good staller? Here, if I go to you, Amir, and I say, Amir, I don't know. I'm a little nervous here. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. You came out of nowhere here and you want to do a contract with me. How do I know I can trust you? How do I know who you are?
I would probably do the same like you. It sounds like smart. You don't know me, but 1 second. Sorry, I was out of focus. But and again, like I said, if I were in your shoes, I would probably do the same.
Best answer ever.
But let me ask you like that, Claude.
Give me a stroke too. Good for you, sir. Add just a little bit more to it. Just make me feel good. Give me a cookie.
You just act smart. That's all. You don't know me. I'm here. I'm offering you like an offer that maybe sound like too good to be true. And again, I understand it. But let's pretend for 1 second that you will trust me, that I can show you that I'm legit. I can give you references. You can talk with my other clients. Let's pretend that
Make a joke. Hey, why don't you make a joke out of it? Humor is great. Say, hey, talk to my wife and kids. They'll vouch for me, I think.
They will. You can talk to my grandma. She will vouch for me.
What happens when you make somebody laugh on a serious conversation? You change
how it's called. It take all the walls, all the fences down.
Yeah.
The pressure is relieved.
John, what were you going to say?
I said it brings down their barriers a little bit.
I think it brings them down a lot.
Well, yeah, considerably.
I had to go to my doctor I had to go to my doctor's office on Monday. Okay. And I had to put on one of the gowns, and I went to the assistant and I said, something's wrong with this gown. Then she looked, and she said, what? It's brand new. It's in a thing. I said, it's open in the back. you know, and she laughed really loud, like she was like everything else, all the bullshit, picking up the kids, the dry cleaning. What should I do for dinner tonight? The other 10 pages waiting. And she laughed. What do you think her impression? What did I do to change did I change the environment instantly?
Oh, yeah.
There's no defense against humor. It's one of the most powerful psychological triggers out there.
You don't have to be a stand-up comedian. You just have to do little things like that. Let's do another one. Lou, you ready? What's a good objection, Felipe? Let's think of a creative one.
I need to think about it.
You are the 10th guy that's calling me today about that property.
Lou Quinall, you're the 10th guy to call me today about that house.
Yeah. How many people have called? Oh man, I don't know.
Come on, man. Go for it, Lou. You got this. You got this.
We're all
Take two.
Would you like me to be the last one?
Oh, perfect.
That's a good one.
Perfect answer.
That's a good.
What do you need from me in order for me to be the last?
I like that. Yeah.
What do you need? Why didn't you give it, or why didn't you do the deal with the other 9 guys you called before me? They made you cash offers or something, right? Turn it around. What happens when you answer a question or a statement with a question? You regain control instantly, don't you?
Right.
Okay. Let's go back in the role play. You're the 10th guy to call me today.
Oh, that's so.
You got this. You got this, man. You got this.
So I'm 10th guy. How come you didn't do any business with the other 9 guys?
Oh, well, they were bottom feeders. One guy wanted the house with a contract, but he didn't want to put any money down. Another guy wanted to do this loop-de-loop deal. I didn't understand. Another guy wanted to do a wholesale something and assign it and put none of these. I just want to sell this house. It's free and clear. I just want to sell it for a fair price.
Okay, so what would you need from me in order for us to do?
$382,000. It's a great house. It's beautiful. It's on Zillow. You can see it. I got video on what did I off the role play? What did I say before 30 seconds ago? That was the most important thing. Did you pick it up?
I just want money out today. Leave me alone.
No. What was nope, that wasn't it.
No.
What did I say? 3 words. Very important words. Anybody?
I'll be honest.
No.
No.
I said free and clear.
Free and clear. He has all the equity.
Right away. I'm talking about candles and moonlight and a bottle of wine here. We're on a honey. Right away, you guys should, you should go. When they say free and clear or very small mortgage or something like that, you don't have to fight with them anymore. If you can get them you've just eliminated the lawyers and the banks. I'll give you, hey, what do you need hey, listen, suppose I gave you full price, but I asked you to be a little flexible in the terms. You wouldn't want to make some interest on that money, would you, sir? How much is the bank paying right now? Which bank do you do business with, Mr. Quinall?
Wells Fargo.
What's Wells Fargo pay on a savings account or a bond or anything right now?
Like less than 1%.
1%. How would you like to finance it? Delay or slow down the capital gains tax on this thing and get yourself 8% interest. How would you feel about that?
Well, slow down the capital gains tax. Yeah, I'd feel real great if you could do that.
So we can't get rid of it, but we can mitigate it, and we can make your money make money for you. More money than any bank or stock market or Bitcoin will ever make you. So you'll have the security of your own property as security against doing business with me today. Or you can say no to me and I'll leave you alone. You pick, sir.
Well, I'm interested. Let's talk about more.
Suppose I sent you a contract today. I'll give you, what's your best price? You said 382. Can you do any better than that?
I can probably go down to 375.
You got a deal. Suppose I gave you 375, 8% interest only for 60 months, and I'll even pay the closing costs and attorney fee. And I sent you that contract in the next hour. What would you say to me next?
If you sent to me in the next hour, yeah, I think that we probably have a deal.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, we would have a deal if you send that to me.
What about Mrs. Quinall and all the little Quinalls?
No, I make no decision on this one.
You're a real man. I like that. Hard to find a guy with your character and integrity, and you could make a decision. Thank you, sir. I'll send that to you now. Could you get that back to me in 60 minutes? And then let's have another meeting at 4:30, face to face. I'd like to virtually shake a hand of a guy who knows how to do business.
Absolutely.
Boom.
You just got yourself a seller finance.
Yeah. Now, Lou, you take my position and you sell John that contract. $375,000, interest only, 8%, interest only, beautiful house. And John needs a house. You got this all under contract.
All right. Ring, ring.
Oh,
Hey, John. This is
hey,
Lou. No,
hey, what's up, Lou?
hey, how would you like to? You said you wanted to move. Are you ready to move? I've got a property here for you.
Yeah, we're looking. Yeah, we've been waiting.
Okay, 375 interest only. So I don't know. I'm not sure how to do that. I have it under contract right now for 375. 375. Would you like to have it 375? I should say 385, huh? I'm not sure how to do that one, Claude.
Okay.
385. Should I go to 385 and then bring him down to 375 and sell the contract to him at 10%?
I want you in the first 15. I want to start all over again. And in the first 15 seconds, I want you to make this the most exciting phone call John has ever received.
Oh, man. Okay.
Well, am I looking to purchase a house?
You're looking to purchase a house. You need a house. John's just a prospect. He needs a house. You can structure this any way you want.
So am I a retail buyer?
But I need a pattern interrupt the best pattern interrupt I've ever. And I need you need to get John's total attention in the first 15 seconds of this phone call.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need to say to John that's going to rock his world? I want a pattern interrupt, the best pattern interrupt ever. Instead of, I just calling today, just reaching out. I saw your ad in the paper. That's bullshit selling.
Right.
What do you need to do to make yourself unique? Go ahead.
Okay.
Ring, ring. Say hello, John.
Hello.
Hey, John, I got this house ready to go. Do you want it? 375.
Oh, where's it at?
It's on the coast.
Oh,
I don't know. It's on the coast. 375. You can never find anything on the coast. 375.
God. Couldn't get a garbage bag at the post.
So I don't know why I said that, but okay.
It's okay. It's role playing. We can do whatever we want. So
All right.
go ahead.
You got a beach front view. You got blue water views. 375. What a deal. 375. Would you like it?
What makes 375 make it a deal?
Because it's along the coast, and it's probably worth about 500,000.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah.
You can
Sounds
make.
like something.
You can make. I don't know how much. I'm making this shit up.
You're good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm making this crap up. Okay, so it's 500. It's along the coast. It's worth 500,000.
What's the real emotional attraction to John? Maybe he's been turned down before. Maybe he started a new job, a new career, or whatever. What's the most important emotional thing to John at this moment?
Having a house, getting a house, or having a place to live.
So what would you say? First, Amir, first thing you'd say to John?
First thing at the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah, right
Like
at the
how to
beginning.
open
First
it?
thing. John says hello. What are you going to say to him?
Hey,
First-
John.
Hello.
This is Santa speaking.
Well, hello, Santa.
I have a early Christmas gift for you.
Do you tell me about this?
Are you looking to make money today?
I'm always looking to make some money. You know
Very
that.
good. I think you are the guy I'm looking for. I have a great deal for you. I just closed it. Sorry, I forgot the numbers.
375. 375.
I have a great house. I just put under contract. Great house, great condition. The seller wanted to get out of the deal. I could negotiate with him the deal for 375. You pay 8% interest. You pay interest only. Now, I'm looking to make $25,000 on this deal, which means you still have enough equity for yourself, and you can make a lot of money here. I don't know if that's something that you're looking for, or maybe in 6 months or something like that. Are you ready to make a deal today?
Well, what's it going to cost me to get this?
Like I said, the deal is 375, so which means you need to put 25,000 today. Will be my commission.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that much right now.
How much you do have?
I think we're right around 17, 18.
Oh wow!
Close them real quick.
Let's pretend for 1 second.
Real quick. 30 seconds. Close them.
Let's pretend for 1 second I can do it for 18. I will take a little bit for my commission.
Never off the role play. Sorry to interrupt. Never drop your price. You don't have to drop your price. You're giving him the deal.
Finance it.
Why not why not stay at 25? But
Finance the rest. You just
finance the rest.
finish it.
What have you
20.
got to lose? You'll get a note for the other $7,000, right?
Let's pretend we can do 18 and finance the rest. I don't know if that works for you, or should I move forward and look for another buyer?
Oh, that sounds like some, we could try that.
Try, or are we looking to do a deal today, John?
The Yoda close.
Yes.
There is no try, only do.
Very good. So let's pretend I am selling you the contract today. All the terms that we discussed, 375 plus my commission, and finance the rest. I'm going to work on this contract. Can you bring it back to me in the next hour?
Yeah.
There you go.
Very good.
That's
Yalla, Shabbat Shalom.
See, you got to, in one phone call, imagine you could close people, but you got to get their attention right in the beginning. So I gave you guys a really sweet deal. So if I called up John, ring, ring.
Hello?
John, you're not
Yeah.
still looking. John, you wouldn't be interested in a beautiful home with owner financing today.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a great deal here. It's okay to say no to me. This is Claude, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm calling a lot of people. This thing is going to be gone today. We just got a beautiful home in Escondido with owner financing, very flexible terms, great, reasonable market price. You need 25,000 down, and can you afford $2,200 a month?
We can do the 2,200 a month, but I don't quite have the 25.
I guess it's over then. Sorry. This is a once in a life. I got 20 other people to call today. I'm sorry because I had you on my list here and I'm just going down. Before I go, is there any, what would, if I was willing to, just for argument's sake, if I was willing to finance the 25,000, what would you be able to put down and I finance the balance? What could you do?
I think right now we're sitting at around about 18.
Oh man, that's really tough. That's really tough. Let me ask you, you couldn't put the 18 down today, could you?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Suppose I said 18 down and 1,000 a month for the balance, the other 7,000. And you and your family on May 15th can move into a brand new house and you have 5 years and owner finance for 5 years, and then you have to replace the mortgage. What would you say to that offer?
Is that on top of the 2,200?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. The 2,200 is actually interest only on the loan from the owner.
Okay.
Can we do business or should I leave you alone? It's okay to say no to me. You can't say you'll think about it because I got to move this thing today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no on that.
Okay, great. Hey, listen, now that it's over, can I ask you a question?
Sure, what's on your mind?
You know what you're going to have when I get off this phone, 30 seconds after I leave this phone. Do you know what's going to go through your head?
No.
Regret. Why aren't you jumping? This is a once in a lifetime, a beautiful home with owner finance for 5 years. Why on earth aren't you doing this deal?
You're the lottery ticket, Claude.
You have the golden, remember Willy Wonka? You got the golden ticket here. I'm just curious. Okay, I know we're not going to do business, but are you going to have regret it? I mean, you're the guy. My notes here say that you're living with your 5 kids in your mother-in-law's broom closet.
Right? Yeah.
Is it over? Are we done?
Well, you want the 2,200, and you want to, what was that? An extra?
I want 25,000 of which I'm going to finance 18,000 down, and your payments are 2,200 a month towards the loan.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
You think? I need an absolute answer right now. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to press you. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Listen, it's okay to say no to me. You can't call me later today and say your wife's mad at you.
No, I think she's been wanting to get in out there, and it's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and get this locked up.
What?
So let's go ahead and get some paperwork going.
Thank you. Boom. He did it. That was a good role play. Did you hear him say the word think once or twice previously?
Yep.
You got to put on that radar and hear that. And that's why I said what? Because the last time he said, okay, let's do the deal or something like that. There was definitiveness in that. Absolutely. Guys, I've got to go.
All right, thank you.
Was this good?
It was. I was just confused in the numbers when you were going through it. I think that's what.
Don't worry so much about the numbers. I mean, that's what you do. You need 3 things to be successful. You need the strategies: owner finance, lease purchase, assignment. I don't care. You need those strategies, and you need to think on your feet spontaneously. You need leads. You got to talk to people, whether they're cold, follow up, lukewarm, or hot, screaming hot, virtual attraction leads. So you need people to talk to every day, at least 5. But the most important is what, Lou?
Make money today.
Make money.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to talk to people and talk in such a way that you're in control, you're having fun, you're laughing, even when they say no. If you're having fun and in control, you can make another call and another call. That's the whole thing to being successful. Speaking to enough people the right way with enough emotional gravitas and enough understanding of human behavior. Why do people buy shit today? How do I get somebody to buy my widget, my Amway shampoo, my used dental floss, my house, my contract? How do you get somebody so emotionally involved that they say yes today?
Right.
You have to appeal to their need or greed.
Yeah, exactly. Tell stories, use pattern interrupts.
Right.
But because if you just go to them, hi, just reaching out to you today. I saw your ad, I saw your sign and everything. Don't you just sound like everyone else?
Absolutely. I don't want to do that.
And the last word, definition of insanity.
Doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Yeah. Everybody does the same thing. And this is why the failure rate is so high for most starting and seasoned real estate investors. They do the same boring, repetitious thing over and over, and they're expecting a different result. People buy lottery tickets all their life, and they never win until finally a light bulb goes on and said, your odds of ever winning the lottery are, if you took that same money for those $5 you spend every week on lottery tickets, and you save that money over a couple of years and invested it wisely in real estate, then you might have something.
Right.
But you're never going to win the lottery. You guys know the old joke about the guy who's on top. He's on top of the house. His house has been flooded, and a guy with a rowboat comes by, And he says, no worry, God will take care of me. And then a guy with a helicopter comes by and throws a ladder out. And the guy goes, and the guy, no, don't worry, God is going to save me. Then the water rises and he drowns. And he goes up to the gates of St. Peter and he goes to God and he says, why did you forsake me? I'm a devout man. I'm a righteous guy. And he says, hey, genius, who do you think sent the rowboat and the helicopter? Okay. The tool, I love that story. And I know everybody's heard it, but I love the tools are right in front of us.
Right.
They're right there if
Right.
we only use them. See you later, guys.
Right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Claude.
Good session. Thank you.